So, what actually happens when you take a market that's been around for 600 years, one of the most traditional spots in all of South Korea, and you inject it with the most cutting-edge AI technology? Well, you get this incredible experiment in digital transformation. We're going to dive into how Seoul's legendary Namdae Moon Market is getting a truly radical 21st century upgrade.
And, this image really just says it all, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got the timeless, historic soul of Namdaemun, a place that's been the heart of commerce for centuries. And on the other, you have the digital blueprint of an AI-powered future. It's literally a collision of two worlds, tradition meets tech.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We'll start with the market's new chapter, then we'll get into the huge problem they were facing. We'll look at how a unique partnership came together, break down the specific AI tools they're using, get a peek at their big launch plans, and finally, we'll talk about what all this really means for the future of tradition.
Okay, so to really get why this project is such a big deal, you first have to understand the scale we're talking about with Namdaemun. I mean, this place isn't just some quaint little market. It is an absolute economic beast.
Think about this. Over 100 million people every single year. That is just mind-boggling. We're talking tourists from all over the globe and countless wholesale buyers who are the lifeblood for small shops across the entire country. And right at the center of all that activity, you've got over 10,000 resident merchants. These are the folks, the families, who have built their entire lives here. They're the real backbone. But, and this is the crazy part, even with all that success, they were dealing with this hidden crisis. Which brings us to the big problem. See, for all its history and hustle, Namdaemun was basically running on a system that was hundreds of years out of date, and that was a massive handicap in today's world. And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. Experience is abundant, but data was not left behind. I mean, think about it. You have generations of merchants with incredible business smarts. They know their customers, they know their products, but it was all in their heads or scribbled in paper notebooks. None of it was digital. So, this complete lack of data, it caused three huge problems. First up, financial exclusion. No data means no credit score, right? So, no good loans. Then there were these welfare blind spots. With so many elderly merchants, out-of-pocket medical bills were a crushing burden. And finally, data fragmentation. The tiny bits of data they did have were scattered everywhere and totally useless for making smart business decisions. It was a total mess. So, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How on earth do you solve a problem that's been around for 600 years? The answer wasn't just about throwing technology at it. No, it was about building a whole new kind of partnership. The solution required bringing three totally different groups to the table: the merchants themselves, a tech wizard, and a major financial player. And this diagram really shows you how they pulled it off. So you've got the market itself, right? They're the users, the real-world foundation. Then over here, you have the tech brains, NaraArt and Saltlux, building all the AI systems. And then the financial partner, who brings the essential tools like credit cards to the party. It's this perfect triangle where everyone helps each other out, all in service of the merchants. All right, so we've got the problem, we've got the team. So what are the actual tools? What are they giving these merchants to make this all happen? So the key to this whole new world is this card, the Namdaemun AI Partner Card. But listen, this is way more than just a credit card. Think of it like an access pass. It's made just for those 10,000 plus merchants and their families. So what does this pass get you? Well, it gets merchants into these huge marketing campaigns they could never dream of affording alone. And this is the real kicker. They get free access to all these incredible AI business tools. The goal here is simple: get everyone on board and get them on board fast. Okay, but let's be real. Getting 10,000 people to change how they do things, that's not easy. So you need a powerful incentive. And that's exactly what the Hanmaum, which means one heart, medical voucher is. Remember that welfare blind spot we talked about? This tackles it head on. And the way this works is just brilliant. As soon as a merchant gets their AI card, boom, they automatically get this medical voucher. They use that same card to pay at the hospital, and they instantly get 30% of their out-of-pocket costs back as points. It's a perfect loop that makes them want to keep using the card. And then we get to the really cool part, the brains of the whole thing, the Gibbeer AI Business Assistant. This is where all that new data gets put to work. It's like having a data scientist and a business consultant living right there in your pocket. I mean, merchants can literally ask it anything. Hey, what's the deal with this tax law? Or how's my inventory looking? It automatically crunches their sales data and creates simple daily reports, spotting trends they never could have seen before. We're talking about a jump from scribbling in a notebook to having an AI manage your business.
So this isn't some quiet little pilot program. Oh no, this is all building up to a massive public launch event. It's basically them telling the world, the future is here.
And here's how they're getting there. You see the timeline. February 2026, partnerships are all signed. March, the card and voucher tech is done. And then April 2026, that's the big one. A huge vision declaration event at Seoul's famous Gwanghwamun Square. And right after that, in May, the full rollout begins. And listen, this is not going to be some boring press event. They're planning a real show. Think about it. A data calligraphy performance where market data becomes art in real time. An AI orchestra that actually reacts to the crowd and composes music on the spot. I mean, how cool is that? It's all about making this future feel real and exciting. So you might be thinking, okay, this is cool for Namdaemun, but why does it matter to everyone else? Well, here's why. This whole thing is being designed as a blueprint, a model that can be used everywhere. The big picture here is that Namdaemun is just test case number 1. Once this model proves it can work, the plan is to take this exact system and roll it out to other traditional markets all over South Korea, in places like Busan and Daegu. So this isn't just about saving one market, it's about creating a new future for small businesses nationwide. Which leaves us with a really interesting question to chew on, right? We usually think of tech as the thing that replaces tradition. But what if that's all wrong? The Namdaemun story makes you wonder. Maybe, just maybe, our most advanced technology is actually the key to saving our oldest and most cherished traditions.